going to play you one of my favorite songs, okay? It's a story song. You got to stay with it. I live in Nashville, and Nashville's where you go if you want to be if you don't want to have a different job than just this. You have to go to Nashville. And this is a song, I'm going to leave you with a couple songs, but this one's going to be kind of self-indulgent. It's my favorite one. Kris Kristofferson wrote it. And I remember when I heard it when I was like 17 or 18, and I thought, okay, I'll work on songs, and if nobody likes them, that don't make a fuck to me. And so if there's any message that I could get out to anybody tonight, and I know that one of the silliest things in the universe is some jackass who plays bar to bar and then talks through the microphone like he knows shit just because they have a microphone. This hardly even costs very much. But I will say this to you, and you can take this advice from me if you want to. I'm not necessarily probably some successful person that you would want to take advice from. I still need to get the tags on my car fixed, you know. And they're kind of fucked up. Been to jail twice in the last year. 3 hospitals, a mental hospital, a drug. You think I'm making it up? 2 jails, 2 mental hospitals, 3 hospitals, a drug rehab hospital, and some great bars. Anyway, this is a song that pulls me through. This is a song that I sing sometimes when I wonder why the fuck do you drive 7 hours to sing? And more than anything, it's because of the way you guys treat me. So, thanks for that one. But if you are a singer and a songwriter and you do have any aspirations of doing it for a living, come down to Nashville. It's not as scary as everybody tries to make it sound. And everybody that tries to make it sound scary, they only try to make it sound scary because they don't want you to be competition against them. All you gotta do is go down there. Anyway, here's a song Kristofferson wrote. It was winter time in Nashville, down on Music City Row. And I was looking for a place, try to get myself out of the cold, to fight the frozen feeling that was eating at my soul. Maybe keep the chilly wind off my guitar. My thirsty wanted whiskey. My hungry wanted beans. But it had been at least a month's of payday since I had heard that eagle scream. So with a pocket full of nothing and a head full of dreams, I checked my pride and I walked inside a bar. I guess you could call it more of a tavern. Had cigarette smoke to the ceiling, sawdust on the floor. I could see there was just this one old guy sitting down there in the bar. And in the mirror, I could see him. And he was checking me out, and he was checking out my guitar. And he said, "Come here, boy. Why don't you show us all who you are?" I said, "I'm pretty dry." So he bought me a beer. He looked at my guitar. He said, "It's a rough life, isn't it?" I just looked at him. He said, "You ain't making any money, are you?" I said, "Shit, you've been reading my mail." He said, let me see that guitar, boy. I got something I think you should hear. And then he sang me these words. He said this: if you waste your time talking to people who don't listen to the things that you're saying, who do you think's gonna hear? And if you should die explaining how the things that you complain about are things you might could be changing, who do you think's gonna care? There were other lonely singers in a world turned deaf and blind, and they were crucified for the things they tried to show. But their voices have been scattered by the swirling winds of time, because the truth remains that no one wants to know. The truth remains that no one wants to know. Well, the old man, he was a stranger, but I'd heard his song before. Back when failure had me locked out on the wrong side of the door, and not one fucking person stood beside me except for my shadow on the floor. And some of you know that when that happens, that loneliness is more than just a state of mind. See, the devil haunts the hungry man, and if you don't want to beat him, you gotta join him. I'm not saying I beat the devil, but I drank his beer for nothing. And then I stole his fucking song. And you still can hear me singing, even if people do not listen to the things that I am saying. I'm praying that someone's gonna hear. And I guess I'll die explaining how the things that I've been complaining about are things that I could be changing, hoping someone's gonna care. I was born a lonely singer, and I'm bound to die the same. 'Cause I've got to feed some hunger in my soul. And if I never have a nickel, I will never die ashamed, because I don't believe that no one wants to know. Seems like it's going pretty good.